Welcome to Chatterbox with Bildo and Lindolin.
Your fun-sized podcast guaranteed to make you giggle. Happy 2025!
Okay, and stop.
Okay. So I lasted a whole 6 seconds. That's pretty good.
That was horrendous.
Hi.
I know, 2025, here we are.
Holy shit.
Crazy.
Like seriously crazy. I'm
yeah.
sorry, I'm getting all sentimental now because I like just when I think like we started this whole thing in 2019.
That's crazy.
Right? And
Yeah.
it's like we're just coming into 2025 so big and strong. It just makes me feel so happy. Like this was not what we planned to talk about today.
No, I'm looking at her like, okay, we're going,
It just
yeah,
hit
we're
me,
going
like,
here. Yeah.
Huge.
It is. It's,
Right?
it's flown by. And I hope this year doesn't fly by as much as 2024 did. But anywho, that's all the more reason
Yes.
to take lots of photos of your loved ones. Good segue, Lindsay.
Lindsay, you're such a professional. Honestly, the last obviously 5 years has shown that you are able to segue so good.
I know.
Fuck yeah, photos. I love
Yeah.
photos. This is kind of a topic because the other day I had this thought suddenly where I was like, what if the internet dies and I have no printed photos in my house?
Yeah.
Like I have printed photos from when the kids were like babies. Maybe I think the last ones I had printed were maybe when they were like maybe 1 and 3 or 2 and 4.
Ages ago.
Ages ago. And then I've printed like a few here and there, just random ones or whatever, but I
Yeah.
haven't done like a big print of photos for such a long time.
Yeah.
And so the other day I was like, oh my God, I have to do this. And so I did.
Totally.
And then I got them and then I love them because you look through them and then
Yeah.
the kids look through
Yeah.
them and you see how much like people have changed and they've grown and
Definitely.
hectic.
Now, did you just print the photos or did you get photo books made?
I'm not a photo book kind of gal, but I
Okay.
think that's a really good idea.
Because that's what has been on my literally to-do
Yes.
list. I'm not exaggerating. Probably, so what, Van 7, probably for the last 6 years. Because what
Yeah.
I used to do with my first two, with Bane, because
Yeah.
he's 11. So, photo books weren't a huge thing back then.
Yeah.
I had an actual photo album and I would fill it with actual photos, right?
Well, that's the first baby as well, you know. So
That's
you're
what
right, exactly.
Totally.
Yeah.
And so that's filled. And I think it captured like his first 4 years,
Right.
type thing.
And then you got other kids and
And then I got Ada and hers is half filled.
okay.
And I have an album for Van.
Yeah.
I don't even know if it has a photo in it.
God.
So it's been on my to-do list for ages to get them up to scratch.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, well, wait, I'm not going to do the actual photo album. I'm going to do the photo books because they're just cleaner, they're smaller, they're easier.
Totally. And they stay together. It's not like things are going to fly out of them.
Totally.
It's funny that you say photo books because one of the best ideas I saw, and I'm already way too late, so I'm never going to do it.
yeah.
But one of my friends, one of my school moms, hi
Yeah.
Jackie, you're amazing. Oh my God. Has photo books like annual ones.
Yeah.
So it's
well,
like,
that's what I'm doing.
but
yeah.
you said you're going to do one for Bane, one for Ada, one
No,
for Van.
I should have stipulated. That's what I started with the actual albums.
Right.
But I'm changing it to just like photos of the year.
Yes.
Yearbooks.
Yes, because this is what she does. But she's been doing hers actually regularly
Yeah.
for all these
Yeah.
years. And now I'm like, well, Jackie, I'm already too late. Like,
But
I'm
you're-
already 8 years behind.
But you're not, because the way our phones are, you just go to that year of the photos and you just print out the photos of that year.
Isn't she clever?
I mean, I went to college for 2 whole years.
Seems like a lot of years to catch up on now. I think maybe when I have my fancy house and I have a space to hold
Yeah.
them, like a nice shelf, because at the moment my shelves are just stuffed full of other stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas this way I can just print photos and stuff
Yeah.
them in my photo box.
Oh my God. Yes.
Do you know what I'm saying?
True.
And then they're all like together.
Yeah.
Anyway, the point is I love printing photos.
Yeah.
Such
No.
magic to it.
And it's old school, right? Because you don't do
Yes.
it. And how often do you? I mean, yeah, it was cute when you printed them off and you looked through them. That was nice. But okay, so my point was going to be like, how often do you look at your photos on your phone? Not very often.
We actually do a lot.
Do you? Okay.
We actually do a lot, and we look a lot through the pictures that we have printed
Yeah.
already.
Yeah.
And then every once in a while, I'll go through the box of photos that I have because it's all my childhood photos
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah,
So
cute.
I actually do, I honestly would say a few times a year, I would go through
Yeah.
all those albums and have a little
Yeah.
look. Like just randomly at different times or whatever. And the kids will pull out albums because my mum's a big album maker as
Yeah.
well. So she's made me a bunch of albums from when
Yeah.
the kids were babies. And
Yeah,
she made
cute.
me a bunch of albums. Like I must get that from her. I don't know. But I love looking through and I definitely love, Henry and I will just sit sometimes in bed and just scroll through old
Yeah.
photos of the kids. So we
On
actually
the
do,
phone.
yeah,
Yeah.
quite a bit look.
Cameron will send me like the memories that pop up.
yes.
Those are great. But I can't say that I actually scroll through my old photos only because I'm the type, and I think my friend Jennifer is like this as well. I think it was her that said this. It actually makes me too emotional.
I was going to say, I have a feeling, because my next thing was going to be, I'm surprised that you say that, because I would think that you would go back all the time to seeing when the babies were little,
No.
when they were like, you know, breastfeeding, because you love all that stuff.
Makes me too sad.
But it makes you sad.
It makes me sad. It's like you want to look at those photos for the memories, but it's like it makes me too sad to look at them.
Aww.
Which is,
But you should look at them, because then at what point is it not going to be sad? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're then never going to look at those photos again.
I don't know, Billy, but they're going to be my pretty little photo books, because next year, like,
next year is the year.
Like,
No,
literally,
this year.
This year.
This year.
2025
yeah.
is the year to get it done, because it's one of those life admin things that has annoyed the crap out of me, because I just literally need to get it done and get it off my list.
Yeah.
The other thing, speaking of photos, that's going to happen next year, this year. I'm following your lead. Yeah. Family photos. When was the last time you had a family photo taken?
In Bali a few months ago, because to be honest, we have never done like professional family photos.
Right. Never.
Ever.
Okay. Yeah.
I feel like it's not hard to organize. It's not that, you know, it's not one of we are not that type of family.
Yeah.
That has these, like, when you walk into this house and these like really pretty photos.
Yeah.
We love the candid photos and just, you know, whatever.
But you know, you can get photographers that do the candid photos.
We probably can. I've just never looked into them. They all just seem so fancy to me. We have we did have one friend of like one of our Yugoslav mums take photos of us when the kids May was a baby. So she would have been less than 1 and Eve would have been 3. Yeah. So that's probably the last time we had them done. Yeah. And I do keep thinking, I'm like, I feel like we should get photos done for all the family, like for all the grandmas and grandpas and stuff, like, well, they're still around. Not to try and kill any of them off, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's getting there. Yeah. So we should probably do that. And okay, well, maybe that should be my thing this year, is to organize some family photos.
You won't do that.
I will not.
No.
But listen, hey, look at all the stuff I did this year. I might.
Like last year?
Like last year. This is so confusing. This is going to be one of those things. It's going to take us 8 months to get into the gist of 2025.
Yeah. I was supposed to do family photos this year, but it just went by too fast last year.
Yeah.
Full disclosure, people, we're so professional. It's still 2024 when we're recording this.
Well, like, you don't actually think we're sitting here on the 1st of January.
No, right? Exactly. Like, so excuse our stupidity. No, literally, because I think I'm looking at, we've had 2 sets of professional family photos. Right. I'm not a family photo kind of gal in the sense of like every year we need to have it done. Yeah. And I'm not a posy, like, okay, everyone wear denim with a white shirt.
Yes.
Ew, that is disgusting. People, that should not be allowed. But I do like to have it every few years to like capture, like, you know, whatever.
Totally.
Look like happening, yes. Yeah. So it's all about photos this year.
Well, this year also, because we're going to be so famous this year, I'm assuming that there's going to be lots of photo shoots for us as well. Because Lindsay, like, thrives on photo shoots. She cannot wait for our next photo shoot.
I hate them with passion.
I, on the other hand, like, genuinely cannot wait to take more photos with you. But this time I will be like nicer, because I understand how you feel. Because Lindsay does get really like...
There won't be a next time, Bill.
There will be so many next time. I don't know who's going to tell her that once we become like super famous, like she's going to have lots of photos taken of her. Nope. Like which one of us is going to tell her? Because she seems very disbelieving. Whether it's this year, 2025, or next year, 2026, either way, take lots of photos and get your photo
Capture your memories.
Capture your beautiful, Lindsay. I'm going to just leave on that one.
Fabulous, Billy. Well, that was Chatterbox. Thanks for chatting with us.
And remember to review, rate, subscribe, and come back and listen to us again. Is that it, Lenny?
Done.
Tick.